This week on Football Mezzanine, we take a look at the two tantalizing Champions League semi-finals where Real Madrid eliminated Bayern Munich and Liverpool progressed to the final at the expense of Roma in the highest scoring semi-final of all time. We are Liverpool, tra-la-la-la-la. We are Liverpool, tra-la-la-la-la. Poetry in motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Poetry in motion.
Alright, we get it. We get it. What a game!
What a set of games. Honestly.
The Champions League this season never fails to disappoint.
What did I call, boys? Real Madrid in the finals. Called it in the round of 16. One more game to go, and I'm right.
Yeah, I think both
they
of us
just
said that. I said Madrid for the final for sure.
How do they keep riding their luck, man?
Dude, I don't know. It's the competition.
It's the experience. And every player on their team is essentially experienced. That's why I called them in the round of 16.
Yeah, but it's not the experience that gets you the calls that go for you or against you.
Can't,
you know?
No. They got there because of their own quality of play. Sure, a couple games were a little on the if side, but that happens to everyone at one point or another.
Because 4 Champions League finals in the last 5 years, that's no joke.
I know. I mean, I'm not saying they didn't. Actually, you know what? I think, to be honest, I do think Bayern were the better team in the semifinals. And I think you'd be hard-pressed to find an argument that supports the other side. I just think Bayern made 2, really silly mistakes that cost them.
In that second game. But for anyone who didn't catch it, just to give you guys a quick recap, we had, in the first game, it was a 2-1 win for Real Madrid against Bayern, and then in the second leg, we had a 2-2 tie, meaning that Madrid won 4-3 on aggregate to move to the finals in Kiev. You have been caught up.
And us. You've been caught up, there you go. James Rodriguez also coming back to almost haunt his former club.
He had a second shot,
not quite.
After he scored the first goal, he had another shot, and then I thought that was going in. And then
he played really well.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, that would have been kind of hilarious for me if James Rodriguez came back and somehow just pulled off the win for them. Kind of like a sweet kind of victory for him.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
It's kind of what Salah did.
Yeah, the celebration with the with the 2 hands. Yeah, he's like, yeah, sorry guys, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he should have celebrated more. They kind of just disposed of him.
And then the thing is, the Bayern coach just took him off after he put the ball out of play when one of their players got injured.
Basically,
I think he was pissed.
If anyone didn't catch it, Real Madrid got, I think who'd you say it was?
I don't know who.
I think it was Asensio.
Injured. It might have been Asensio or Ramos. Probably not Ramos, but
Bayern could have played on, but James decided to be a very sporting figure in a very high-profile moment of the game and decided to put it out. And I mean, it's fair to say his Bayern teammates weren't too happy with that.
The next moment, the coach just takes him off.
To be honest, I don't think he took him off because of that.
No, I'm sure, right? But it sure did look that way.
It did, but I think that's just media sensationalism.
Yeah, it makes for a good story.
Exactly. Fucking Daily Mail or some shit.
Classic clickbait.
Watching the 2 legs, I had a nagging feeling that Real Madrid have kind of rode their luck in these past couple of ties. Even though, to be honest, watching them just deal with cross after cross in the box so comfortably. Even though Bayern created a lot of chances, it was they looked so comfortable, even though they were under so much pressure. It's just such a weird thing to describe. I don't even know how I can put it.
See, my take is you can't get to the finals on luck. So, you know what? Maybe a couple lucky things here and there will help you out. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your players, the coach, and then experience. Honestly, when it comes to high-profile games, just like playoffs, for example, it always comes down to mostly, I would say, experience. You can almost throw out the rankings. And, I mean, Liverpool and Roma getting to the semis kind of shows that, I think.
That's true, but I also think you can get to the finals based on other teams' mistakes rather than your own doing, which I think happened in this case.
Oh yeah.
Real Madrid, I don't think they were the better team. But I think Bayern just shot
In the
themselves in the
second
foot.
game, I would agree with you. First,
I think even in the first.
Defensive errors, basic.
yeah, but if you can capitalize on those, that's one thing too, because both teams will give up errors, but if one team doesn't capitalize, I mean,
Right,
Gates
but then
see
it's the
that
semifinals. You
experience.
expect to capitalize. Like, these teams will capitalize if you make any error whatsoever.
Eh,
I mean,
yeah,
that's not a given.
Lewandowski hasn't been doing that
That's
lately.
difficult to say.
Yeah, Lewandowski went
Yeah.
missing. Muller was good. Muller was, like, the only one who showed some fight, in my opinion.
That's not true. I think the entire Bayern team showed fight. I don't think
They
they,
were
didn't show
off. I
fight.
don't know.
I,
Maybe fight's
They-
not the right word. They were off.
I think Lewandowski's thinking
They
of that
their final
transfer.
pass was missing.
Right. There were so many moments in the
I
second
know.
half.
Like they played through Real
Oh
Madrid's
my
midfield like
God.
it wasn't there at so many times.
22
like,
shots.
You're
Just
right.
that
So
one
many
pass.
moments.
Bayern had 22 shots.
Yeah.
10 on
It
target.
was like a
still.
FIFA stats
Navas
thing.
was on point, though.
They had 60%
Yeah,
possession.
Navas.
They were all over them.
Yeah, they were.
And all
It was like a FIFA watching a FIFA game at
Yeah.
one point where like one team is dominating but they keep losing because like they make mistakes.
So what do you guys think about that mistake by Ulrich?
Unfortunate. Really, really sad. Shouldn't be
Did you
happening
see
at the
the-
top level. I saw
Did
his
you see the-
apology.
The picture of him sitting on the field
Yeah,
all
that was-
alone at the end
yeah.
of the game. Yeah, that kind of summed it
Like,
up. It was really sad.
It happens.
And, like, you have to give him credit because, like, he's coming for Manuel Neuer, and he's done remarkably well in the season. And to
Yeah.
end it that way,
Well, when you think about it, it can happen to any goalie. It can happen to the best of goalies. And just to happen, though, in
Also-
a high-profile game like this, when
Mhm.
it really matters, that's just the heartbreaking part of it.
Football's a
Oh.
cruel sport.
I don't think it was entirely his fault too. Like the pass was poor in my opinion. I mean, he should control it.
Yeah, he misjudged
There's no
that big
excuse for
time.
that. But like the pass itself, there were two other options where you could have put the ball, and he put
No,
the
but
ball.
I think that's still a very, very big mistake on his part.
I mean, yeah, he should have definitely like went with his feet and cleared it immediately. But
Benzema capitalizing
Yeah.
on that, too, to get the goal for the second
Yeah.
one.
it would have been
Karim
hilarious
Benzema.
if he missed that. Oh man.
No, he was in good form this
Oh, he
game. He
was.
was.
Yeah, he scored the first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a beautiful pass
looked-
by Marcelo, too. Right across the whole
Marcelo.
box and perfectly. And well placed
Ruthless.
by Benzema, too, with that much power behind the cross to just kind of place it
Mm-hmm.
perfectly.
Yeah. Do you think? I wonder if he's gonna get back into the France team. He's been out for some reason, right? Like a scandal or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was with Valbuena, his like teammate in the French team.
I thought it was
like,
What
Ribéry.
happened?
I think he slept with his
I-
wife. Or something.
Oh, really? I thought wasn't
Yeah.
What?
wasn't there rape allegations or not rape? Like minor,
Hold on.
like allegations about minors with the Ribéry
With
and Benzema back in the
Benzema?
day.
Not Reaper. Oh, you might be right. I don't remember.
I thought it was
There
was
Ribéry
something
and
about
Benzema.
that,
There was
though,
some
in the French
allegations
team,
about
yeah.
potential minors.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, not the
it's,
best.
3 years
I
ago.
just got it. I got it. It's he apparently was blackmailing his teammate Mathieu Valbuena with
Valbuena,
a
yeah.
sex tape.
Oh, jeez.
Apparently, I'm not saying that's confirmed or
Jeez.
anything, but like that's why Didier Deschamps suspended him.
Meanwhile, we have Dele Alli doing it for free.
What?
Wait, what?
Dele Alli's video, you guys remember it from early in the season?
Oh, yo, what happened to that? That just kind
I
of
don't know, man.
disappeared. I don't think we should mention that. I think their PR team will come after us.
Because we're that
Dude,
big.
any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, we're definitely that big, eh?
I mean, we have all these stars listening to us, so of course.
Dele,
Anyway.
give us a wave, you know. If you...
Dele, give us a wave. Yeah, we might play Fortnite with you if you really want us to, but
if our busy schedule allows it.
we just had like a banger after being so garbage after like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like
he's back
a
on
while,
form.
quite a while.
Wait, who are we
I don't
talking
know,
about?
man.
Dele
Madrid scares
Alli?
me.
Karim
Okay,
Benzema.
back on topic.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ali, to be fair, he did score that goal in the FA Cup, but still.
No, back on topic.
Back on
Benzema.
topic,
But yeah, he had a great game. Which is too bad
I
because
don't
it's
know if he's gonna
probably
get
going to be
into
his
the World
last
Cup
Champions
squad.
League with Madrid. I think he's going this summer.
Where
Really?
to though? Lyon?
Who's
Back
buying him?
home?
I just can't see him
Dude.
staying there. I feel like they're...
Dude, listen. If Zidane stays, Benzema stays. They're like brothers.
Yeah.
You
They're
can't
both
separate
French.
Old brothers.
They both have shaved heads.
No, like Zidane loves Benzema. Like he treats him like his little baby. He will not
That's
like
cute.
he'll defend him no matter what, you know?
What's-
Yeah, he's not
what's
leaving if
miraculous is
Zidane
if
stays. And I think
If Zidane wins
I
this,
think
it's his,
Zidane's
what,
staying.
third Champions League?
In a row.
Yeah, that's miraculous.
not in a row. Oh wait, it might
In
be
a
in a
row.
row. You're right.
In a row.
That's incredible.
It might be in a row. Yeah.
Considering he literally,
Madrid's
what,
third,
3
yeah.
years ago kind of just hit the professional manager stage?
Yeah, it was his first like big
Who?
job because
Oh,
he came from the
are you talking about
academy.
Zidane
Yeah.
now?
So then he's just like,
Because
I'm
he
just
was-
going to win
yeah.
3 now.
Yeah, because he was managing La Masia, which is like Madrid's youth team, and then
That's quite fucking astonishing, guys. Like that's
Yeah, I know,
not
I
to
know,
be
it's
taken lightly,
impressive.
right? Like
it's very impressive.
even though Real Madrid have a great team, like you could easily find ways to fuck up, but
Oh, yeah.
he's really played to the strengths of the team in the Champions League, and he's always like all his substitutions have an impact. I've noticed. So like he knows his team pretty well, and I guess it's an advantage of being young.
And
and it's like the
manager
two
still?
teams that are suited, like who made it to the final. The two teams suited for knockout football more than
Who? Real Madrid and Bayern?
no, like Real Madrid and Liverpool, who made it to the final, are more suited for like knockout rounds because they're
I
league
guess
forms.
if you're talking about Liverpool's history, but I mean this team hasn't done anything yet, so like you can't. Right.
See, Klopp's always suited for like going to Liverpool for just a quick second, suited for knockout football more than like a round robin, like a quick game, in my opinion. And same with Real Madrid, where they are more suited over 2 legs because they can negotiate that away tie better. And
Real Madrid are just a different beast in the Champions League. They I don't
It's
know
the
what
experience, I'm
happens to
telling
them,
you.
but yeah, but so many teams have
yeah,
experience.
but look at,
They're
look
just
at their
like
whole
another
squad.
level.
There's very few that haven't been like through the Champions League year in, year out, making it far
right,
along. Like there have a lot of their players are
Yeah,
nearing,
but you
like,
could
a
say the
little bit
same
on the
about
older
Barca,
age.
right? You could say the same about Barca
No,
or
Barca
Bayern
got a
literally,
lot of
but like
Barca
new
only
young
have one
players
win in
recently.
the last 4
Dembele,
years, 5 years.
Coutinho, Umtiti.
you could okay, well
Like
you
this
can
whole
make that
bunch.
argument about
No, but
You
the,
could
but the
pick
Real
the-
team is like on its way past its peak almost.
There's a lot of players
Like,
that are
they're-
aging. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but even the players they have, like Cruz, who had experience with Bayern. You had
Yep.
Marcelo again with Bayern. If I'm not
He's
mistaken.
been with Real Madrid for so many years that I can't even think who he was before.
Yeah,
Just so many years.
I
He's
don't know.
essentially Real Madrid. He's been there for years. Ramos has been there for years. You have Ronaldo,
Bale.
obviously. Modric, who's been there for years. Like Cruz, like you said,
From
who's
Spurs, yeah.
been well versed with the Champions League.
Mhm.
They just player after player on their starting lineup. Karim Benzema. like,
Ronaldo,
whole
how can we
bunch.
forget that?
Yeah, I
man?
already said him, but
Ronaldo.
yeah, it's just something about their team. They're just even Varane. He's young, but he's been in the Champions League years.
Yeah,
He really broke out
Good-
in the
good
Mourinho
connection.
stint there, which was a few years ago
Right.
at least.
Yeah, so do you think Real Madrid
Are they favorites? Yeah.
Well, I think it's a.
they're favorites, I guess.
Isn't
yeah.
it a guarantee? Like, can't we just call him the winner since Klopp is terrible at finals?
Klopp is
five times
allergic to
lucky.
winning finals. It's true.
5 times lucky. Did you see his
It's
post-match
true.
interview? He said that, yeah, I knew it if we made it to the finals, everyone's going to be reminding me of, like, the 5 finals I lost.
6 times
So
the charm.
six time lucky, maybe?
6 times the charm.
Yeah,
guys.
so when you say
Also,
5 times,
coincidence.
what does that mean now? Like, does it mean you've won 5 European Cups, or does it mean it's Jurgen Klopp?
Well, I
don't know.
mean, if he wins it in his 6th final and we win our 6th Champions League final, it's written in the stars, isn't it?
That's true.
Mike,
Poetic.
One question that actually, or one topic I'd like to touch on, see what you guys think. Now, say Zidane, he wins the 3rd one, gets the triple, back to back. Where does that put
Right.
him in the class of managers in today's current contemporary society, and even in the past? How would you rank him? Is he best ever, or is it more of a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck, or having
See,
a
we
good
can't know
team
that
behind
for a
him?
fact. We can't know that for, like, I'm not
feel
doubting
like-
his quality whatsoever, but I think if he goes to another team and replicates the same success, then
Yeah.
we for sure are nailed on. Like, he's going to be nailed on.
Yeah, I agree with that, Shrikar. And I
But
feel
then
like
that,
you get
can point
too
to
carried
Ferguson
away.
and say that there's, like, he's been there for 20 years with the same team, but, like, that's a longer period of time with a refreshing
Continued
squad,
success.
multiple years, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same core.
I completely agree with you. I think, yeah, it would really much depend on when he goes to a different team, if he goes to a different team, and seeing
Right.
how it goes. Or if for some reason he stays with Real Madrid and doesn't take his sabbatical off or something.
Right, if he builds a legacy at Madrid for like 10 years, then yeah, sure,
Yeah.
he's going to be nailed on.
Yeah, and if
Not
he
with Perez in
continually
charge.
does well with them, of course, yeah.
Yeah, not with Perez in charge.
Still, if he
No.
wins this one, having 3 right off the bat, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Most
yeah,
managers
for
are
sure,
lucky if
but I
they get
mean-
one Champions League win.
He hasn't won the
Yeah,
league,
yeah.
right? He hasn't won the league yet.
I think he did. I think
Did he?
they
In
won
the-
it.
He
Oh,
didn't
it's a
win it in the
double.
past
Oh,
2 years. I
the
find
triple.
that hard to believe.
No. They
Did
definitely
they
did.
win the triple
They
at
did,
one
right?
point or something
Okay.
like that? Or they...
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be the
hold
first year. Oh, yeah, he did. The first year he was in charge, he won 3. True.
Yeah. That's a pretty
Oh,
good
yeah,
start.
That's impressive. That's impressive. And that was when Benitez was sacked, too, in the beginning of the season.
I forgot they had Benitez. He's
Most
fallen far since Liverpool.
No, he's doing well with Newcastle.
Yeah, but as far as
No, I mean,
teams
he had
go, as
success
far
with Chelsea. He won you the Europa
as
League.
managerial prestige, he's fell pretty far from Liverpool.
He did manage
I know,
Chelsea.
I know.
Chelsea was probably
I
the
mean-
last big team though that he had, wasn't it?
Madrid.
Did he go to Madrid
He
after
was Real
Chelsea?
Madrid.
Well,
He
no,
went to
after
Real
Chelsea,
Madrid
he
for
went
half a
to
season.
something else. I don't remember. Some Valencia.
He went
maybe?
to Real Madrid for half a season, and then he went to
Half
Newcastle.
season
Yeah.
didn't look too good.
And then he got relegated with Newcastle. Credit to him for staying.
Yep, and then he brought them back up, and
And
now
then
they're
brought
doing
them
super
back
well.
up. With
Yeah.
no money whatsoever.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so
He just needs another
very-
Torres.
Mhm.
I mean, Torres is free in the summer, so.
Yeah, there you go. He'll just go over to Newcastle and they'll start over.
So I guess rebuild for Bayern. That's all the stories are these days. Like the coach is leaving, the players are leaving.
I don't think
Are
they
they
need
Everything
leaving?
is gonna be a new.
Who's leaving?
Well-
from
See,
Bayern?
I don't think they need to restart.
Lewandowski,
To
apparently
where?
Hummels.
No.
I'm not sure. Lewandowski might go to Real Madrid. He might go to Chelsea.
Here's
I'm not
Chelsea,
sure.
Another striker ruined.
I think
No.
so. They did sign They did sign a manager. From what I read, I think they signed a manager that's some like German one within the league or something like that. I think he was from Frankfurt, if I remember correctly. I may be wrong.
Oh yeah, the young dude
Yeah,
from Frankfurt.
But
Yeah.
so I mean, they're gonna try test him out. They need a German-speaking manager though, with the amount they have in
Yeah.
the squad.
After Pep,
as
it
far
was
as
like a
players go and
requirement for them.
team-wise, I think they're pretty good. They don't really need to revamp too much. I mean, when you think of it, they came to the semis and they just barely got beat out by Madrid.
Mhm.
So maybe if
I think it's the other way around. I'm hearing that the players themselves want to leave the team.
weird.
Really.
That's, yeah.
Lewandowski, I know
I
for
hear-
sure. He hired a agent specifically just for like the span of say like I don't know. I can't remember the time, but say it was like 6 months, just so he could find a way to like get the maximum out of his transfer, or most money, or most optimal team, or something like that.
Yeah, he'll probably leave. I've heard Hummels might leave too.
To,
I'm not sure about
Borussia?
that though.
I mean, we've taken Liverpool.
Hi, go back to Borussia Dortmund.
Hey,
Götze to
Mario
Dortmund.
Götze did it.
Yo, yeah, that's true. He did it. What else? Dude, you know, boss the game, Thiago. He was so
Yes,
impressive.
He was really good.
He was
was
so
really good.
impressive.
Yeah, ever
His-
since
his-
Guardiola brought him in, he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, he used to play
Same
for
with Kimmich.
Barcelona. Yeah,
Oh,
Joshua
Kimmich,
Kimmich.
yeah,
he's
he's had breakout for me at least. I always knew
been
about him already,
fantastic.
but
Bayern's players are
Is Kimmich the guy with the OP pace on FIFA? Like 99 or something like that?
no. That's definitely not him. I think.
he's got
There's
pretty good,
there's
he's got
a
pretty good
winger
pace,
on
though.
Bayern. Like I don't remember
Alaba?
his name. No, no,
Alaba's fast, but he's in the left back.
Rafinha? I don't know.
No, it's definitely not Rafinha.
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. I have no idea. But yeah, so Real Madrid 2, Bayern 2. Real Madrid advanced. They're loving with this competition continues.
Continues.
And
On to the
today
final they go. 13.
we
if
had
they
a-
win 13. Oh man.
Congrats to Madrid making the finals.
we had a boring game.
Yeah, very boring. Your average
Shrikar-
run-of-the-mill semifinal.
Shrikar, you made an interesting analogy in the group
Coleman,
chat.
there we go. Sorry.
Oh, Coman.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not a fullback.
No, he's like
No,
a
he's not
mid,
fullback. I
think,
just said
wasn't he?
pace. Like who had
Oh.
the most pace? Like OP pace.
He's pretty
on FIFA.
fast. He's pretty fast. I backed
Yeah.
Sane against him though.
Really?
Yeah.
I backed Mane against him.
Mane? No.
I
Isn't
backed
Salah
Usain
faster
Bolt.
than Mane?
Yeah, to be fair,
Usain Bolt had a
Dortmund,
trial with
uh,
Dortmund.
If they can bring him in.
Dortmund's really trying to push Usain Bolt.
I mean, to be fair, they can use him. Their players are average at best now.
He can't. There's no way he's gonna break in. That would just. I mean, they've given him a couple of like tryouts, but he hasn't made it each
Probably like
time.
a cup game if he really like impresses. And
Yeah, no, I can't see it all. Him.
that'd be a cool
breaking
story
into
though.
it.
He's a tall lad too, so he could be like crouch but fast.
I don't think he has the skill for it, but to be fair, he also spent all of his time probably on track, so maybe if
Yeah,
he focused it on football instead. But yeah, back to Liverpool game against Roma, second leg.
Dude, what a game!
Shrikar, give us a recap.
I don't know if I can. I was so exhausted after that game. Liverpool, what are you doing to me? I'm aging.
Yeah, so you know what, Shrikar, I'll take over the recap since you're tired. So yeah, so for anyone who didn't see it, the second leg, Roma actually beat Liverpool 4-2. But it wasn't enough as Liverpool won 7-6 on aggregate to squeak by.
7-6
Squeaky
on
bum time.
aggregate. 13 goals in a Champions League
It's a
semi-final.
fucking FIFA score, dude. What the hell is that? Like,
7-6.
commentators
How
like
does that happen?
Yeah, that's
he's
very
like,
high aggregate.
this
And
is
the
not
goals were
supposed to
so
happen.
comical today. Milner's, oh man, I was laughing. I was laughing so hard.
like, what is going on?
There's so many
Like,
of those goals
I-
that
I-
were just like how and why. It was just kind of there was only one nice one in my opinion.
Nainggolan's rocket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nainggolan's-
god.
That's what I was
goal.
referring
What a
to.
beauty.
Rocket right
When
off
that
the
went
post
in, I'm
and
like, okay, we got another PSG Barca on our hands. And it was almost the case, but
Yeah.
almost.
One
Oh.
more and
No,
it would
but
have went to
god,
extra.
dude. Roma cannot defend. They do not know how
But
to
Liverpool can't
defend.
defend.
Hey,
either,
Liverpool
mate.
can't either.
No, I know, but like that was a bit different. Like you guys,
Because
Lovren,
we went in
knew
with
you
the
were
lead.
through.
I mean, we did go in with
You
the
li-
lead, so we didn't have to defend.
Lovren rocket.
you actually knew you were through though.
didn't Lovren
Yeah.
rocket that ball right off Milner's face into the net, into the road
Yeah,
net?
it was like Miller's back
Yeah.
of the head. It was the most funniest thing ever. Miller was like facing the other way, and then ball comes into his head, and yeah, into the top.
Precision, dude. It was precision.
Corner. Puskas award
Fucking
for
quality.
Miller.
Quality finish. No, but
Right.
Roma, like, oh god, I was like, how the fuck did Barca not score against this team? Like,
Barcelona loaned own
you
goal
see-
to Roma for this game.
like the goals weren't even difficult for you. It was so easy for Liverpool to just walk past.
The
their
first goal,
defense.
especially,
Like,
Mane had
Yeah,
so
it was
much
embarrassing.
space throughout the entire game.
Like-
he was just walking around.
yeah, literally. It's that it takes like a special type of skill to have 6 players in your penalty box and let Salah, Firmino, and Mane just walk around like there's no pressure on them. And that was the entire game.
Honestly,
When-
like,
when
even the
Liverpool
goalkeepers
countered.
had like Alisson coming out to like a 1v1 against Salah and like the corner flag.
Oh
Like,
yo,
what are
that
you
was
doing, man?
that was nuts. That was crazy.
They gave us a bit of a
Like,
Like
shit
she had the
show.
chance to let it go out.
It was a
It was a
fantastic game
massive
for a neutral
shit
point of
show.
view, I'm sure.
It was, I can tell you.
Like, what's going on?
Liverpool got a little lucky.
Well,
though.
I wasn't exactly a neutral.
They had
Roma got
24
a lucky
shots
More
against
than a
them.
little.
24 shots.
More than a
against them.
little, dude.
No,
Okay, well,
I think
I'm-
the,
okay.
the
I'm
shit
saying
calls
this from
both
a
refs
purely-
were the same. Because like
Purely-
in the first
purely,
in the
like-
first 5 minutes, Mane's two-handed push on Mane in the half easily could have been the penalty.
Dude, I've been watching
And
the
then you had
Champions
the,
League for
on
over
the
5 years
on the other
now.
hand, you had Trent's handball,
And, like,
which was blatant.
I don't remember a single Champions League knockout tie where there hasn't been like a massive
Chelsea
blunder
Barca
by like the
09.
referees. Dude, that's not the only one. Literally every game, the referees make a massive blunder that like it affects the result. You can see it. Like clear penalties not given, offsides, handballs, like where do these refs come from? Like where do they come from? And how do they keep getting hired by UEFA?
VAR.
It's so bad.
VAR.
To be fair, though, it gets pretty tough when
Like-
you're a ref. You have to see
Yeah, I'm
everything.
sure it gets
No,
tough.
like,
Like,
let's-
that
let's-
just
come
goes
on,
to
dude,
show.
like,
the speed at which the
it's
players
like
are
the same.
Think of it. The speed at which the players
Come
are
on, like-
moving, the hits in the shot, like the crosses, the passes they do, the power behind it. Like there's some calls that are very tough to.
Right,
To
it's
make
very
it
For
hard.
sure. But I mean, the calls like the handballs that they missed, the push, like we could see it from like sitting in our living room, we could see it's a blatant penalty, and like the ref that's behind the goal, whose job it is to like make sure that anything that the ref doesn't see, he sees. Like,
I agree with you.
what do they not see?
On calls like that, I agree with you. The amount of like refs, the linesmen they have, one of them should see it pretty properly, and then at least be able to like mention it to the main ref.
And like, if they can't fix that, then okay, bring in VAR. But
I think
okay,
they're
Should they
going
have
even
two
bring in
refs
VAR.
on
They're gonna try.
either sides of the line then? Like, I'm just thinking 4 refs on either side of the line, you know, instead of like 2.
Then it'd be harder to bribe them. That's a lot of refs to bribe.
Yeah, but this isn't the
Like,
Italian
Think
league.
about it. Like the final's gonna be so confusing for them, dude. Like they don't
Dude,
know
the
who
final's
to
gonna be an
support.
absolute
Like
shit show. Like, I'm telling
the-
you right now. Either it's gonna be a 0-0 and like a Ronaldo like 90th minute penalty, or it's gonna be like 10-7 or something like that.
yeah,
I think it's gonna be a close game
I
in the
just-
finals.
I can't get over the quality of refereeing in the Champions. It's worse than the Premier League, and that's saying
That's
something.
saying a lot.
It's so bad, dude. Like every knockout tie, I'm like, okay, I just hope it's a fair game and there's no like terrible refereeing calls. And every game, there's like a penalty not given or a handball or like a foul or an offside, which is so blatant. Like it really makes you wonder if they're being paid off.
Makes the
And I wouldn't
games
be surprised
interesting,
if
though.
they are.
To watch.
That's bullshit. Come
That's-
on, dude. That's not a fair. You shouldn't say that.
I
It
mean,
does.
Chelsea isn't in it.
That's fucking bullshit. It's more interesting when it's like you win on your own merit.
I don't know. Sometimes you either get it. It at least evokes emotion. So sometimes you get angry, or sometimes you just get like jubilant. It keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Oh, man. I really have something against it, and I really want to like. I wish I could do something about it.
Why don't you go onto the
try your
field and start
refereeing
yelling at
close.
them?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that.
I
There's a
figured
video
that
on
would
YouTube
do something.
where Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher take like a ref's training session,
Uh huh.
and then they got like every single call wrong, like both of them. Every single call. It's the funniest thing ever. Like, look at it. Oh my god, they were.
Look
out
at
of
how fit
breath.
they
Yeah,
are, though.
but to be
Yeah,
I
also
doubt they're
true.
very fit.
to be
But then again, the referees are 40-year-olds, so like.
I was gonna
mean,
say, to be fair, Jamie Carragher doesn't make the best calls. Coughing, spitting in, or spitting incident.
Yeah, it's true. So, those were my 2 main points. Roma can't fucking defend, and the refs can't
what a
fucking
game
ref.
though, dude! I was like, when that penalty was given at the end, I was like, here we go again. Here we go.
Liverpool, never underestimate Liverpool's
Never
ability to make a
unclench.
game interesting.
Never unclench.
Never
Never
unclench.
unclench.
Like,
Yeah.
my butthole is sealed. Like,
Yikes.
there's like diamonds there
What's with
now.
Trico and buttholes?
It's a Liverpool meme.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
That at least explains a little.
Hey.
So getting away from buttholes, we should cover, I guess, some of the
No.
Premier League games.
Are we finished with Liverpool?
I don't know what else more there is to cover. They move on to Kiev.
pretty
They
fucking
face
shit.
Real Madrid.
Salah didn't even score. Fucking
Salah
shit.
didn't even score, yeah. Like,
Fucking garbage.
Salah was actually pretty average in this game. There was no service to him, not
Sell
really.
him. I'd sell him, I think.
Sell him? Yeah.
Depending
Yeah.
on how much money they can make, would be the question.
The GDP of a small country, maybe?
I don't know. I'd cut my losses.
Honestly, 200 million
GDP
euros, I would highly consider it.
Nah, he's worth more.
Who's gonna be able to, realistically pay that though? That's what I don't understand. Is
PSG,
no,
Real
no,
Madrid.
but here's the thing
City?
though. Neymar, that was the fact that they were able to pay that much. They had to get around like huge, major rule breaches, and they're being investigated now. And it sounds like PSG is actually gonna have to sell some of their players because they're being investigated, and because apparently they don't have enough money to pay them. But
Real Madrid.
But it scaled up the whole transfer market to unreasonable prices where teams can't pay that. So it's almost just you're gonna find at one point it's just gonna be better just buying young players for the cheap, where they're gonna at least be able to like develop instead of buying these big names because it's just gonna cost too much. Either that or it's gonna get scaled back down.
God bless UEFA.
But I think, like, not a lot of people are giving, like, Klopp enough credit for, taking an not average, but, like, in the beginning of the season, like, an average Liverpool team to, like, the Champions League final.
Oh,
like
I
nobody was expecting
completely
this.
agree with you. And he has a habit of being able to do that. I mean, look at Borussia Dortmund. He did the same thing with them, right?
And credit has to go to where he stood with his decision to not buy a defender, even though he didn't get Van Dijk in the
He
summer.
did, yeah. He got Van
Because
Dijk.
Van Dijk has been
What do you mean?
colossal.
He got a defender.
Van Dijk has been a fucking monster. He's a monster, dude.
Dude, nobody
Every
talks
ball
about
in the
Costa.
air, he wins. And the balls that he doesn't win are like Lovren's, and then therefore it's a penalty to the opposing team. But
Or he scores in the own net.
Yeah, or that.
Lord Klavan
Like-
came on today. I was so happy.
And then he gave a handball penalty. Very
That
nice.
was
that
like-
wasn't a
like-
penalty.
Like, what the fuck? If that's a penalty, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
I
so
know.
inconsistent.
It's so inconsistent. I swear the
Oh,
ref just gave
God.
that for I didn't give the last penalty, so let's just give this penalty instead, and I'll
like-
just blow after they kick off again.
So bad.
Just have
So bad. It's a fucking farce. Like, it's like, honestly, like, anyone could just toss a coin and they would be as accurate as the refs. And I'm not even exaggerating. Yeah, you're right. Klopp has done an insane job with Liverpool. It's just he has
And we
this
lost
thing where
Coutinho. We lost Coutinho in the winter.
has this
and
power
Salah
to
picked
like
up all the
energize a
slack.
team.
You didn't even need him at that point. Actually, your whole team,
Yeah.
the whole front line's done pretty well. Firmino, Mane.
but even the midfield, look at the midfield. It's
Milner's done
Wijnaldum,
well.
Henderson, and
You know,
Wijnaldum,
it's said
Henderson,
that
and Milner.
It's said that once you have a good defense, that breeds confidence to the rest of your team that they can perform well, knowing that you won't concede. But I feel like with
What happened to
Liverpool, it's like you
Liverpool?
have such a
No, but we
it's a-
score
it's-
in bursts.
No.
so,
Here's the
like,
thing: with Liverpool, it's like your team has so much confidence that you're gonna score at least like 5 goals. That they're like, okay, we can concede like 2 or 3 today. It'll be fine.
It's the same like the 13-14 season where we were winning games like 6-3 and like 5-2.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like, oh, we're just
exactly
gonna
it.
outscore them, no worries, man.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I mean, there's only I hope that can work out in the final for you guys. But Real Madrid have luck on their sides.
Their goals against, though,
As
isn't too
always.
bad. Like, if you go look at the Premier League, Liverpool's pretty good with 37 goals against. I mean, in the top 5, it's the worst of the top 5, but just barely.
Oh, that's pretty bad then.
Their goals for, though, are incredible, though.
Yeah, it's second.
Yeah,
to
80.
City.
The next closest, I mean, Man City obviously is destroying everyone, but after that, you got Liverpool, and then the next closest is 68, so there's 12 goal difference, and that's Tottenham.
Right.
So your
Wow,
offense
United are
is...
pretty down there for goals scored.
Also in the Champions League, we have now officially broken the record for the most goals in a European season.
Yeah. It's pretty
With,
insane,
like 40
man.
or something. It's
Actually,
insane.
I want to take away my statement before. Actually, I wouldn't sell Salah. It's a little bit of a gamble, assuming that he can at least keep up the same thing or something similar for the next future years. But the way the transfer market's gone, I don't even think 200 million euros would be enough to actually, like, suitably replace
Because
him.
Coutinho went for 145.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And he didn't have
I don't.
nearly...
Oh, he should never went for that. But it's just because the
Oh, no,
way
it's
it's
not.
because of the money they got from the Neymar transfer that any player they wanted was
Right,
gonna go for a
right.
ridiculous payout. So
Trent Alexander-Arnold, 19 years old, playing in a Champions League final. What a season for him, though.
yep. Oh yeah, definitely great for him. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out in next year.
And then Andrew Robertson on the left, coming from a relegated Hull. It's incredible.
Klopp
Yeah,
knows
oh
how
my
to
God.
pick his players, or at least
Yes, sir.
his squad does.
Well, congrats to Liverpool. It's gonna be one hell of a
Dude,
final.
I just don't want any injuries from now till the final. We have no players left. Chan's
Yeah,
out,
that's
Matip's out, Lallana's out.
I think you guys are gonna
Chamberlain's
risk
out.
a bit of the league in order to kind
But
of
the thing is, we
compensate.
can't, because if we don't win the CL,
You guys
then
have a bit to draw,
it's
but it would take quite a
like-
bit. Like, even if you lost to Chelsea in the upcoming game, it would still then take another loss, and even then you're tied, but your goal differential is better. So you need two losses.
all it needs is you
and a
guys to
tie.
like screw up. If you guys screw up one game, it doesn't even matter.
That and
I doubt.
and we also
I doubt Chelsea are beating Liverpool.
yeah, there's no way. And
That's not
we
gonna
need
happen.
to essentially you need to get 2 losses and a tie, and we'd have to win everything. How many
Yeah.
games are left, anyways?
For you guys 3, for us 2.
Okay, so we literally okay, so yeah, you
Yeah.
would need to lose both of them, and then we would need to win all of them.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Okay.
'Cause the goal
Let's
difference
cover
is too
some of
high.
the Premier League action real quick from last week. Burp. Manchester United 2, Arsenal 1. Arsenal played a team of pretty much like 13-year-olds, and they did really well.
I mean, it is United, so like.
That's not what I meant. I meant like, well, they did it because they had the
They had,
Atletico tie,
Atletico
right?
tomorrow.
Yeah, and by the way, that first Atletico tie, yikes, they
Yeah.
dominated, but
It looks
Griezmann
so
killed.
good for Arsenal, and then, bam,
Yeah,
Griezmann.
and then bam, Koscielny's like, I'm gonna kick the ball into my face.
Yeah, that
Good
is
luck.
actually. It is kind of funny that Arsenal.
Dude, Arsenal are like
such
a
weak
Liverpool
side.
light. It's like every
Liverpool
single time
light?
they score. It's like they're suspectable at the back, like Mustafi, Koscielny.
Yeah, well,
They always
yeah,
have an error.
yeah,
in-
that's,
Even the goalkeepers.
I see what you're
Czech,
saying.
Ospina, like
I see what
there's
you're saying.
always an error in that back line.
But could you extend that argument to like any moderate to bad team and then compare it with a good team and say the moderate to bad team is a good team light? So like, is Arsenal like a Man City light? And then like, does that mean that they're like a Real Madrid light? Like, is Burnley
Light cubed?
like? Yeah, like it. I don't know. Is Sunderland like a
Sunderland's
Chelsea
nothing.
light? Sunderland's nothing. Sunderland are
Sunderland's
dead.
like League One, but to be fair, they got a new ownership, so could spark a change. I don't see it happening though, but
Yeah. Let's go back to the United game. So they beat Arsenal 2-1. Fellaini with the Mourinho
tree-
with the tactical masterclass in the last minute to
the tree strikes again.
the tree. Fellaini, yeah. I felt kind of bad for Arsenal because they played really well, with a bunch
Yeah,
of
they
youngsters.
played decent. Yeah.
Oh, fun fact. This was the youngest Arsenal team to play in the Premier League since they played Man United at Old Trafford in 2011 and lost 8-2.
Well, at least this
Oh,
time it wasn't that
Jesus.
bad.
Yeah.
This time, Danny
They-
Welbeck was on the Arsenal side instead of
Yeah.
the United side.
Do. Yeah.
Welbs, that guy.
Mkhitaryan scoring against United. That was sweet.
That was jokes. Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
It's like, here you go,
Um,
Jose. Here you go. You know what? This is what you got.
But yeah, I was pretty impressed with Arsenal holding out so well against United at Old Trafford. So props to all those youngsters. It was probably a great experience for them.
Great
And-
development for
Yeah.
them, and it doesn't really matter at this point, the extra points for them. So.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
they're focused.
I mean, they're nailed on 6th in the Premier League, so like they're pretty happy with that,
Burnley
right?
clinching European
Yeah.
qualification.
If anything,
for next
experience
season.
will be better for them. Plus, they can save their players for the Europa second leg.
Yep.
Yeah.
against Athletic.
Predictions?
That
that
should
time?
be a difficult game for them. Really difficult.
Yeah.
They've made it difficult for them now. Like I don't. It's
See, they need
like
to go
it's
out and score
possible.
first now.
They shit the bed in the first one. They had 11 men against 10, and they just couldn't bury
Yeah, they just
Atletico.
couldn't.
For
It was tough
80 minutes, I
because
think, or something like that, where they had
you-
11
you
v
couldn't-
10.
Yep.
You couldn't even
Dude,
fault them
Simeone
though
was going
because
crazy.
it's not like they didn't they did everything they possibly could have. Like it's not like they didn't have shots. They had shots. They had shots on target. Like it's just
Well,
the goalkeeper
you
was
can-
an insane
Yeah,
form.
well, you can fault them in their finishing, right? They did well, they got the opportunities, they just weren't burying it. And sometimes it just happens.
Honestly, I can't even do that because they're finishing like the shots they had were dead on goals, but the goalkeeper was
Actually, yeah.
in like
It was
De Gea
an
form.
insane form.
Yeah, to be
Like,
fair, actually,
Yeah.
he was in great form.
Oblak.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like
He's gonna be a
Kind of
great
like
Those
Navas
goals
in
would
the
have been
Real Madrid
scored.
tie. Just like diving all over the place.
To stay with time, guys, we should move on to the next one.
the next
Let's just
one?
do Golden Dude.
Well, we should at least mention the other games. There was a boring 0-0 game for Liverpool and Stoke City.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
much to
Salah's
talk
on
about
a
on that
goal
one.
scoring drought.
Yeah, Salah's on a
Salah's-
drought. 2 games, no goals.
Hasn't he locked up the the golden boot as far as
No,
the
no,
Premier League
Kane,
goes?
Kane with the FA.
Yeah.
You never
Yo,
know,
but it's
Kane's
only
like-
4 goals. Remember Kane? He's gonna score
Oh,
like
yeah, he's
8
gonna
goals
score
in
him
the last
all
Yeah,
the
three
last
games.
game.
like last season he scored like 4 or 5 in like a game and just like. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he did. So you never know.
And then we move on to...
No, I think Salah's gonna go out for revenge against Chelsea at the bridge though. Like he wants to probably like score.
Oh, we'll see. I hope.
I hope he celebrates
it-
if he scores though.
If
Yeah, I
he
really
scores
do
on us, I
too.
hope he gets injured.
Wow.
No, I don't actually hope that. I want to see a strong Liverpool against Real Madrid making an exciting game.
Sand Messi against Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Sand Messi.
And then Chelsea played Swansea and they won 1-0. That was wasn't a bad game. At least Chelsea's kind of keeping up a little bit of their
Who
form,
scored?
which was nice.
Yeah, Fabregas.
He scored
with
right in
goal.
the beginning
Fabregas?
though.
It was a nice goal.
Yeah, right in the
Interesting.
4th
Yeah.
minute, and then from then they just kind of held it.
Swansea though, yo, what's exciting?
That
the only
relegation
thing that's
battle is heating
exciting is the relegation battle. Yeah, now.
up. It's like, there's like 7-8 teams who could easily go down.
Yeah, West Brom are done, but you have Southampton, Stoke, Swansea, West Ham. Who else? Someone else. I think Huddersfield. Like it's so
Huddersfield's
tight in
mix.
there.
Spe-
It's actually kind of exciting. And like
Yeah, I wanted
Southampton
to
and
go down
Stoke
to
are
like the
big
last
clubs.
day.
Southampton and Stoke are big clubs, dude.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
they've
a
been, like, Premier League
massive
struggles.
loss for
Brighton
them.
could still go down.
Well, speaking of
Yeah.
Southampton, they won 2-1 against Bournemouth, and for West Ham, Man City beat them 4-1.
There was
Yeah.
an absolute carnage in one of the games, Crystal Palace
Oh,
against Leicester.
Yeah, 5-0.
Yeah.
Roy
Yeah,
Hodgson.
Crystal Palace racking up the goals, but City also racking up the numbers because now they're getting ever closer to most points, most goals scored, most wins. Like they scored 5 in the last game and 4 in this game. So
Scoring for
they're.
fun.
I think if they score 2 more goals, they beat the record of most goals scored in a season.
That's Chelsea's
think-
record, right?
Yeah, I think it's 103 goals. I think that's it.
Jeez.
And I think
Did you
they've
guys
already
come close in
tied.
the 13-14 season with 100 or something? 101?
Yeah, I think we got like 101 or something. We're pretty much just playing for records now, and to be fair, we're doing pretty well. Sterling with a hat trick of assists, He's just having a
FPL.
phenomenal season, and I still think he should have won Young Player of the Year instead of
We
Sonny.
should also,
But whatever.
We should also mention
They're both pretty
Tottenham
well.
won 2-0 against Watford, which is
Yeah.
good
Harry
because they're,
Kane.
Kane.
it's still improbable, but it's still possible for them to fall under Chelsea. It's just improbable with the matchups they have.
Well, to be fair, fourth spot isn't guaranteed a Champions League spot if Liverpool drop out of the top 4 and win the CL. And
Arsenal win the Europa
CL.
League.
Yeah,
Because there's a max.
I think we're
there's a
safe
max-
with Arsenal.
There's a
Ah.
max of 6 clubs that can win the Champions League.
Huh?
Sorry, that can go into the Champions League
Yeah.
from England.
Mm.
Oh, no, there's a max of 5. Oh, you mean that way, okay. Yeah.
Six, yeah.
No, you can't have 6 teams qualifying from the same country.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Five.
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 That's
You're
why
right.
the fourth spot won't get Champions League if both the teams who finish
Yeah.
5 and 6 win their competitions.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be jokes AF. 2011 all over again for Tottenham. Or
Okay.
Chelsea.
Golden Dude.
Yep.
Disgrace.
So
It's time for our weekly awards. Lots of contenders this time. What are you guys thinking for? Let's start off with Golden Dude. Let's start on a
which
positive.
is going to be our best player of pretty much the week, or at least the most impactful.
James Milner?
Oh, shut up! You always pick a Liverpool player every time.
Yeah.
I want a real player from you that isn't a Liverpool player this time, Shrikar.
Navas. I think Navas is quality.
That's not who I'd go for, but
Who would you
Who'd
go
for
for?
from the other game?
Benzema,
then?
of course. Getting the 2
But that's just
goals,
a goal
I was thinking-
scorer.
solidifying Madrid moving on.
I
to
mean,
the
anyone
finals.
would have finished that goal.
Well,
Like,
on the second one, yeah, of
freaking
course, but the
Ramos
first one,
would have
the
finished
first
that
one though,
goal.
it was perfect, perfect location he was
but
in.
that's just one goal.
Yeah, but still, the combination of the two. I mean, you still gotta.
I mean, Mane scored a goal.
still gotta put the pressure and bury it. I don't know. I give it to Benzema since he essentially solidified them in to the finals. So,
But did they? They were winning.
well, it was
Like
2-2.
it wasn't like a.
If you didn't-
but it wasn't like a decisive like we're coming back from like.
Well, they were 1 goal less. I mean, it would have went into. Oh shit! What was it? Would it win extra
It was
or would?
2-2. No, it would have gone to extra if Ulrich didn't screw up.
Yeah,
well,
because it would
that's
have
a
been
very
2-1. Yeah.
that you can't say that though, because like that changes the entire course of the game. So like that's just
Yeah, I know what you mean.
oversimplifying
Because
it too much.
once
but, like,
Ulreich screwed up, then Bayern just had to score 1 goal to go in.
yeah, it
And
doesn't
then
like
away
work like
goals.
that. So
So it could have helped them in a sense by not going into extra time had Muller finished that chance at the end.
yo, that chance
Which
was
was difficult in
insane.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
But
'Cause
anyway,
if that
I think-
happened, then
Give it.
Ulreich would have been like forgiven.
yeah. I think the Golden Dude cannot go to a player from the Liverpool Roma game just because that was a fucking
No,
mess.
no. It's just a
Like,
mess.
there was no
Uh,
control in that game.
It was just a terrible game.
You know, I think I don't have a choice. I think Benzema has to get it because his return to form, and yeah, he was pretty much the reason they went through. Like, you can't really argue with that.
If I could give it over 2 legs, I would have given it to Kimmich. I think he's been playing great for Bayern as far as the 2 legs go. So, but
Didn't he make that mistake in the first leg?
I don't know. You got a goal. I can't remember a mistake. Maybe.
I thought he was the one who made the mistake.
Yeah, I
that
thought he
Real
was the
Madrid-
one who made the mistake for one of the goals leading up to maybe the second one.
Maybe he's so far up front. I mean, has to go through a bunch of other players before anything, right? Unless, I don't know. I can't. I don't remember it. Maybe that was the case. Either way,
No. He gave the ball away when Asensio scored in that first leg, and that was like his biggest mistake.
oh yeah, I do remember that actually. Either way, our
Yeah.
golden dude for this week is gonna be Karim Benzema. Brought to you by me.
Karim.
So, and then we're gonna go
No
with the
sex scandals involved.
And we're gonna move on to our next one, which is going to be our biggest disgrace of the week, brought to you by Gary Neville.
The
Yes,
refs
sir.
from the Roma Liverpool game.
Fuck the refs. Champions League refs. I give it to the refs, dude.
The refs.
Holy shit.
I mean, what was that? What was that officiating?
It's just like, oh, one game. Show me one game where they haven't made a blundering mistake. One game.
Is that how both of you are giving it
It's
to?
terrible.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily. The refs were
Yeah.
like a shambles, both legs.
See,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give it to Ulrich actually, the keeper for Bayern.
Nah, you
Aw,
can't
that's
blame
No,
him.
you know what? No.
That's brutal.
You know what? I'm a goalie.
Yeah, you
you
can.
can blame
You
him
can
on that
blame
one.
him, but it's
that
brutal.
was completely entirely his fault.
Nah, but that's just.
It
Nah, I
happened.
think there was
The
a
only
bigger
reason
disgrace
I'm
from
not
the
gonna
refs.
No,
give
it
it to him is
happens,
because I feel
but
so
for it to
bad
happen
for
in that
him.
game was just unfortunate, but that was a big blunder and that cost the game.
Not really.
Oh,
If
man.
Muller scores that, it doesn't cost him the game.
Yeah, but that's like saying
Nah,
if
let's
your
not be
defender
dicks.
makes a mistake, it's not his fault because you scored. Like, yeah, I just don't want to give it to him because like I feel so bad for him. That's the only reason, literally.
Yeah, I think the refs are more of a shambles than him. So
So
over the course of
I
the
think-
campaign itself.
wait, Anch, who'd you give it to? The refs as well?
Dude, the refs are so bad. Holy
Okay,
shit,
so
they're so bad.
refs it is for this week. Our biggest disgrace, brought to you by Gary Neville, is the refs of the Roma and Liverpool game, apparently.
No, just the refs
Oh,
in the Champions League
terrible.
in general.
Terrible. Just refs in
All
general.
refs in all Champions League games.
All refs
ever.
in general.
It's
Always.
true, yo. It's,
Even
yes,
with
sir.
VAR and without VAR, refs are just shambles. Like,
Absolute disgrace they are.
Like, holy shit. If you can't ref, then implement VAR. Oh, wait, but you can't even implement VAR because that, like,
'Cause the refs
doesn't
are shit.
fucking work. Oh, God.
No,
it's
even
a
when it
mess.
works, the refs are
How
gonna, like,
difficult is
award-
it, man?
I don't know. It's,
How difficult is it to watch a replay and decide whether or not something is a simple penalty? Oh, God, it's so fucking... It's a mess.
dude, they should have like
It's
replays on
embarrassing.
their phone. Why are they going to like or like on their watches? I don't even know like why they go to that
Probably, like,
screen when
some-
they can watch.
Some guy sitting in a room with, like, 2 briefcases of money in front of him deciding which one's bigger. Making calls, like... Fuck. It's so
Briefcases
bad.
of money.
I'm so pissed at them. Like, God damn.
You're still salty because of the Man City
Okay.
games.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I
the
think,
refereeing in that game was okay.
In what game?
See, this is my point.
Wait,
Still
which
salty.
game are you talking about?
The City Liverpool games, like it wasn't as bad as the Roma Liverpool games.
Okay, you wouldn't be saying that if you weren't a Liverpool fan, is all I'm saying.
No, I'm saying like Roma got robbed and Liverpool got robbed, but like still,
Yeah.
the officiating in this game was way worse.
It was just terrible in both, like, in all. Like, you see a controversial decision when whenever knockout stages are involved, whether it be Real Madrid, whether it be Liverpool, whether it be City, whether it be
Dude,
any
watch
team.
Ronaldo get like a controversial penalty in like the last minute in the final.
Dude, I've lost all hope of having a fairly refed Champions League game.
Oh, stop.
It never happens.
You guys are so
It never
pessimistic.
happens.
I'm looking forward to the
Dude,
finals.
just
I think it's gonna
watch
be great.
them.
It's gonna be a goal fest or like a snooze fest, one or the other.
I think it's gonna be tight. In a game
think
like
it's gonna
that,
be
it'd
tight?
be.
Mm.
You think
There's no way it's gonna be a blowout. I hope it's not.
you think Real Madrid versus Liverpool could be a snooze fest?
Nah, it's gonna be
What?
like 5-3. Like
No way,
something
not that
like
Dude,
high.
I'd be so down. What are the odds on it being the highest scoring Champions League
Yeah.
final? Give me those odds right now. That's what I want.
Oh, it's not
Probably
going
really
to.
high. Oh no, I think it's gonna be like, I don't think it's gonna be 1-0 like 2-1. It's gonna be like
No.
I think
no,
it'll be more
it's
like
not.
a 3-2
5-4.
matchup. Although
3-2.
I generally
Yeah,
always
which
guess 2-1 or 3-2, and I'm always wrong. So who knows?
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's gonna be
Yeah, I mean,
5-3 to Liverpool.
I totally
For
called
Liverpool,
the 7-6
what?
for the semifinal.
No, so Real Madrid. Man, I called this in the round
Nah.
16.
What?
I can't go back now.
Nah, I called
Yeah.
that Madrid is gonna make the finals, but like I just feel like, you know, this year's our year.
You have Klopp.
Yeah,
If
but
I were to
it,
predict-
it all lines up. It all lines up so perfectly.
Yeah,
Like,
lines
81
up for
was
the
the year-
perfect failure of a Cinderella story.
No. It all lines up. Like 81 was the year where, and now it's 18. The numbers are flipped. You know, 81,
Yeah,
18.
that makes sense.
4 teams from the same countries again for the first time since then.
Oh God.
6 times, and then it's Klopp's 6th final.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a Queen stat too?
Yeah, it's the royal wedding. There was a royal wedding in 81. There's a royal wedding in 18. So, you know.
Apparently it's fate, everyone.
Okay.
There's no choice. Real Madrid just has to concede to Liverpool.
And
If I
yo,
were to
Madrid don't
pick-
want an unlucky number. They don't want 13. Like they should be happy with 12.
Yes, sir. That's how it
So
works.
Ange, what are you thinking? Who's gonna win? What's the score you're projecting?
If I would pick, I'd go Real Madrid.
And
Like I just everything I think of points to a Real Madrid win here. Even though like I know Liverpool can hurt
yeah,
them.
oh yeah, they can definitely hurt them. I'm not putting that against them. I think it's gonna be edged towards. I think it's still gonna be a close match, but
Score, I think 3-2.
okay. So we're of the same mind, which means we'll be
Yes,
wrong. 'cause
sir.
you're saying the same score as I am.
5-3.
Okay.
I'm calling it.
We're
right now.
both gonna be wrong. 5-3.
That's audacious.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5-3.
So no extra time, no penalties. Decided in
Audacious
regular
estimate.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I
Okay.
don't think it's gonna go to extra time.
All right.
No chance.
Well, that'll be
Those-
interesting. Be sure to definitely check
Both
our.
teams' defenses are so leaky. Like I don't think someone's gonna like concede like a late goal for sure.
I don't know. I think they're gonna be pretty tight for that game.
Oh, there's definitely gonna be late goals, guaranteed.
Especially if like
Late
Lovren's
goals for sure.
starting.
He'll just hit it off Milner's face again into their own net.
Well, it should be the exact
Yes,
opposite,
sir.
except Ramos kicks it off Ronaldo's face.
Ronaldo.
And then Ronaldo proceeds to take off his shirt, only to realize that it's not. the
I'm
right
looking forward
goal.
to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing Ronaldo versus Van Dijk. That's what I want to see.
Ooh, that's. No, it's
Yeah.
Arnold versus Van Dijk.
Wait, what?
What?
They're both
Right
on
back.
Liverpool.
No, sorry, Arnold versus Ronaldo. My bad.
Oh, Ronaldo's gonna destroy
Nah, Ronaldo.
him.
Ronaldo plays in the middle, dude.
Isn't he like?
He doesn't play on the wing.
Doesn't he drift to the left? No.
No, not really anymore. He's more just he just waits around the penalty box. So it's gonna be.
Ronaldo.
He's just watch. He's gonna go stand on Lovren instead of Van Dijk.
Oh,
Probably.
he's gonna destroy Lovren.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh man, the best part about Lovren is he thinks he's so good. You just see him on
Okay, he has
social
his
media and
moments.
like
He has his moments.
his interviews. It's just like, oh, it's just
He is our
fantastic to
second best
watch.
defender, so like.
It's not saying
not
much.
Which is
saying
quite a
much, but
Big difference between. It's like, yeah, okay, but it's like saying United are the second best team in the league. Yeah, but by how much?
Is there anything else you guys
Uh,
wanted to touch upon, or is that
Yeah, actually, fuck the Champions League refs.
okay? Anything else?
I just want to reiterate that. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay, we really drove home that point.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow
Okay.
should be interesting. Good build up.
We'll see you next week. I don't know what you're talking about, Shrikar.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's game, mate. It's gonna be a good game. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, you're talking about Arsenal?
Yeah, I want to see Arsene Wenger go out with a bang.
Yeah, I actually hope that they can pull it off. Kind of a nice sign off for him.
Yeah.
God
his
bless.
first European trophy. Like, that'd be nice.
But yeah, so for next week
Yeah.
we'll have our next episode just because we're in school, so it's decreasing as far as frequency, but it'll be about once a week, and we're going to cover all the games, including the Europa as well. So be sure to check that out. Don't forget to
Yeah.
subscribe as well. We appreciate that. Like the videos, and share with your friends as well. We'd appreciate just kind of getting it out there.
And
We
go
also have a
outside
Facebook page,
and-
so if you want to follow us there, we generally post there so you can see when our videos come out if you're not on YouTube. And we're also on essentially every media platform as far as listening to any podcasts like Soundcloud and etc.
Yeah, and go outside. It's fucking nice outside. It's summer.
Well,
Have fun.
at least if you're in
Play
Canada.
some footy. If you're in the northern
if you're
hemisphere.
specifically in the southern Ontario range, it is nice weather.
If you're Australian, mate, you don't have to do that because that's not gonna work out. But
Your
You know, I
accents
wanna
are
learn how to
almost
surf,
as bad
actually.
as mine. That German doctor one.
it's not true. That's not true.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Okay. Well.
Also, shout out to our boy Scott. Peace out.
We'll improve on our accents next week, guys. See you next week.